Good morning, dear students. Let's begin our biology class in continuation with NCRT, chapter number 1, Crop Production and Management. And today's contents are protection from weeds, harvesting and the festives related to harvesting, storage, and the food from animals. Let's begin with protection from weeds. The undesirable plants which grow along with the main crops and compete for the nutrients which the plants take are weeds. So, weeds take all those nutrients which a crop needs and hence they damage the crops by not providing them sufficient nutrients. These are also poisonous sometimes when eaten by animals. The removal of weeds is referred to as weeding. Now tilling is done to remove or uproot the weeds. Uproot means to remove the weeds from root. The best time for weeding is before they produce the flowers and fruits. Manual removal include physical removal by khurpi. Now you might think that why before the flowering time of weed is it necessary to remove them, because as the flowers are developed, then the more seeds are germinated and are reached to different places in the field. That's why it is said that before the flowers and fruits come on the weed, we should remove them. Now the chemical substances which are weedicides also are used. These are actually killing weeds. Weedicides kill weeds. The example is 2,4-D or 2,4-dinitrophenol. The full form of D is dinitrophenol. Farmers should cover cloth on nose while spraying weedicides on crops, as it is harmful for both skin for respiratory passage also. Now let's discuss our next topic, that is harvesting procedure. This has been asked in CBSE 2016 and the festives also related to it we'll be reading along with over here. It is an important 3-mark question. Cutting of crop after it becomes mature is called harvesting. Crops are pulled or cut close to ground with either sickle or machine. Sickle is a U-shaped structure which resembles like a knife, and it helps in cutting of the crops at specific location on the stem of the crop. Or some machines are also used. Now those machines are called harvester. Now after harvesting the grains and chaff is the part of crop other than grain, should be separated, as we are only requiring grains over here. अरे यार ये क्या है भाई. Hence we take over here a procedure. If we traditionally see, and we have seen in our previous classes, that is a winnowing, in which we put a blower in front, we fall grain and chaff. Grains are heavier so they come down, whereas chaff flew away by the strong wind. But nowadays it is done by a combine, that is a machine which do the process of separating, and that procedure is referred to as threshing. It is done in the fields itself. Now farmers celebrate festivals like Holi, Diwali, Baisakhi and sometimes Pongal, because these are the harvest festivals of India, and it is such beautiful view to see the golden crops which are produced and which are ready to be harvested in the whole field. That's why we celebrate these types of festivals. Now let's see the next topic of this chapter, storage. So what is a storage, why proper storage is necessary, and how is it done? So these were the three questions which are asked together in CBSE 2012, and it was a 3-mark question. So let's see what is a storage. So storage refers to keeping of grains from harvesting till they are sold in the market. And why proper storage is necessary? As these grains have moisture and they can be attacked by the pest, and it is necessary to store them, otherwise they would be completely destroyed. And how is it done? So first step include drying. So they are dried properly in the sunlight so that the moisture could be removed, and this would reduce the chance of developing of pest in them. After that, these are stored in the jute bags or plastic bags by the farmer itself, and then these are kept in silos or granaries. These are the large room or storage rooms where all of the grains are kept together to protect them from rats and insects. Dried neem leaves. When you see your mother at home, she adds dried neem leaves also to the wheat because to prevent the growth of the microorganisms in those grains are also added along with the chemicals to get rid of pest. Now let's see the last heading of this chapter, that is the food from animals. But here only we have to discuss animal husbandry, and this has been asked in the latest CBSE 2019 board examination also. We do not need to discuss here the complete detailing of the food from animals as we have already discussed in our previous classes, but now we are only discussing animal husbandry. So as we know that agriculture not only refer to growing and harvesting crops. This is a wrong mind if you think agriculture is only cultivating of crops. It is wrong. It goes much beyond that. It also include rearing of animals on a large scale with the proper food, nutrition, shelter and care to obtain specified food products. If we need to obtain any product from the animals, like we obtain milk from the cow, so we need to provide them sufficient food, nutrients, shelter and a care so that the cow is able to milk and we get a huge amount of pure nutritious milk from them, and this process is referred to as animal husbandry. So when the question is asked, you need to write animal husbandry refers to the rearing of animals on a large scale with proper food, nutrition, shelter and care so that we can obtain the specified food products. That's all for the day, students. We have completed this chapter of botany. Thank you and have a nice day.